Hello, welcome back to some.
Yeah. A memento of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
What does that mean?
She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind. Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard.
Yeah.
I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's alive.
Well, I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed him back a
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Elapsum semel occasionum non ipsi potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it?
No.
But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities. That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. There's something else we need to do too, though. Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here.
Well, duh, it wasn't in the garbage.
There's nowhere to hide it. So...
You're saying we should go somewhere else?
Yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there.
Well, yeah.
We need to get a move on. I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually. We can talk while we look. Now get started. I'll start with a conclusion I've come to.
That thing's freaky.
The bear?
Our
Yeah.
consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time.
Lion thing.
No,
We've never
sorry.
been in here.
Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds.
Alternate timelines.
Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
No.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it. Let's say... I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips.
I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she asked. As she asked. How about this?
That's fine. You put your hands on your hips just now, right? But you could have chosen to clap your hands or cheer. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another.
Yeah.
The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world. A world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices?
Yes.
What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Well, hold on a second here. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
Well,
All
yeah.
of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision?
Science!
At that level,
Yes.
how different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America.
Oh. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
No.
No, I don't get about the South Africa.
I wanted to start looking. I don't want to keep talking about this.
The only thing
I
that
don't
really
get the
matters
South
is
America
the action
part,
of the
but
most
okay.
elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where... Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
What? I didn't even start looking.
Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics?
No, I'm not.
Never mind, don't answer that.
Yeah, okay.
I'll try and keep it simple for you.
Ugh.
Let's
Don't
see.
talk to me anymore.
Hey, hand me that box, will you?
This one, sure.
Also... Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
One thing.
Alright, everything's ready. Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box. This'll only take a minute. Now look. What do you see?
Well, there's stuff flying.
From now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat meow.
Man. This again?
Sorry.
I find that hard to believe. Ugh. Fine. Maybe I can just ignore it. Alright, what else do you see?
Ink?
Right.
Oh, where's that? Is that ink?
Now the weight is going to be radioactive material. And the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight? And the jar of ink. Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar? And what if the jar doesn't break? Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening? Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
Dead?
Oh, probably dead.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead.
I don't think this matters.
Nope. You're wrong.
No.
That's wrong too.
It's neither.
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive. It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist, but as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities. Right, so let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness. Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up. Insane? Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you? Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray, what was my vote? But what happened this time? Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button? I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you? Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it. Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example. All right, answer this question. What number is the die on?
4.
Okay,
Has to be.
I'm going to... Good job. You got it right.
Thanks, yeah.
I don't know.
Was it? Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on? Haven't you been paying attention?
It was on all
The die
of them.
is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter. Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least. Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was. Your choice in the future has an effect on the past. Anyway, that's That's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an... You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds. Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works, but whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up. Yeah. If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just... well, pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters? What if you've got it backwards? We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside. Yeah, we might be determining the history of the world outside.
Oh, good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Yes, we found it. What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
She seemed really happy about it.
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
It's number 2, apparently.
No, there could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Well, not really, but I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us. Everyone. Tenmyo, G, and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course, although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah. Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two. They're the same, still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine. Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
Voice actor.
Don't know.
Like he did in the old game.
Mm-hmm.
The Junpei did. Can you see the timeline real quick? Flowchart? We're still on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white. We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them... Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team. Yeah, well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help. He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Yeah, Kay is a good guy. At least I think.
Seems like it.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
But it's gonna blow up the reactor too.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
The reactor.
Yeah. There are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen. 3.5 kilograms. If there really is that much, and if it does explode,
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training, my job? Did you hear about that from Alice? Oh, well, she's right then. That's, what we call the coffee machines. I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified. The government?
The government?
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left? How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly!
She's gonna knock him out or something.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Hold on.
Hold on, and the next one will continue. Get up and